You know what? I've had a bunch of controllers over the years, but I got to say something about this. This feels extremely premium. Like, it's pretty heavy, so if you don't like heavy controllers, you're not going to like this. But when you have, it's not like extremely heavy. That Xbox One controller is heavier, but I'm saying that it's heavy because like if you're using the PS5 controller, if you're using one of the controllers from like one of those like emulation consoles, I love those things. I use them all the time. Then this is going to feel heavy to you. There's buttons on the back of it. The normal Xbox controller does not have that. And then you got a couple of switches. The settings and the manual will tell you what everything is for, the hotkeys on this controller, and that kind of stuff. Now, if you're coming from a normal Xbox controller, really the difference is the firmness and the firmness. It's a little bit smaller than the normal Xbox controller. It's not like the exact same size. Like this one is a little bit bigger, this one's a little bit smaller, but it feels, it's like it has that heavy premiumness to it. And then the buttons, they're more in place, like they're more, if that makes sense. They're not necessarily more firm, like they're harder to push. They still like feel the same as the normal Xbox controller. But what I mean by firmness is like when you push it down, it's going down. It's not like moving and wiggling all over the place, like they didn't fit it in there good enough. Like it's very like snug and where it's supposed to be. And then like the D-pad feels more like a rubber feel, whereas this one has like a clicky, like you can't hear it in my microphone because it has a filter on it. But then this one has this like rubbery type feel. And the cool thing about this is it has so many like different hot. Oh, there you go. You see the D-pad, and there's a bunch of very cool features that this has. Now it comes with a very long, nice, premium quality cable. It's not like just some like cheap plastic cable to plug in and that kind of stuff. And then on the controller, you actually have a microphone jack, and then you have the mute button for the actual headphone. And overall, dude, this is just such a nice controller. It's so comfortable. The only complaint that I could see with this is, at least for me, when you're holding this, you see where my middle fingers like comfortably sit. Like if I want to like be able to use the triggers, and I'm 5'11", so I'm not like a small person, so it's not just me being smaller and my hands being tiny and not being able to reach this, but like you can kind of see, like if you're going to be using these and like this, like in order to like have your fingers on these buttons, like you really got to like stretch your fingers. And like at least for me, like using my ring fingers, they don't have as much like push power as my middle finger and my index finger. So like these ones don't feel right like using these buttons. So like you can you know what I mean? Like you can see how like far you got to kind of like reach. And it the only complaint that I would have, the reason I was explaining that, is because these would probably do better if they were sitting upwards a little bit more. But at the same time, I understand why they may have done this, because if you're playing a game and you're like really like getting into it, you know, you might accidentally hit one of those buttons, and maybe that's like why they have them down there. So overall, dude, very, very awesome controller. I highly recommend this thing.